Okay, this is Jake Kenwood Spencer and her rig. I chose this model here, which is a basic female model with pointy ears. She used to have a lot more detail on her, but I took it off for the rig so it didn't get in the way or upset the skinning process. Anyway, this is the layer system that I set up to hide the parts that the animator may not need at the time. Oh, that's the old spine. And so they can select different things. And this is the rig. We'll start with the head, which uses basic FK to control that. You sort of rotate the head with this control, and this one moves the neck, so you can move that and then move the head slightly to the side. Those controls will control the head. Then we have the arms, which I decided to use an FK-IK blend for. If I take the FK, it follows the FK there, and if I change the attribute, it snaps straight back or right in the middle. This will allow the animator more controllability over the arm and more options in animating. It works on both of them. Then if we move down to the hand is controlled by Reaction Manager, to which all the controls are on this controller here. If I were to move it, it goes back and forth along with the slider. And then I also added in the side-to-side motion, like so. So it has all the movement an actual finger would have using the Reaction Manager. Next we have the spine. Yeah, that is set up like this, and then it can move. It also stretches, but that's part of the reason I chose this one, because it stretches without having to apply the stretch separately. Wrong button. Move again. And this one allows for much more movement than, because I did originally have this one. It's a basic IK chain, which I did actually make stretch, but after I got the other spline in it, I found it worked much better. Anyway, then we move on to the legs, which use IK foot rig rather than the reverse foot rig, because it just works much better, and it doesn't need stretching because no matter what I do, the fit doesn't come away. I could have put stretching on it, but it didn't seem to need it. Then I skinned this to my main body, and which moves the body. The skin itself, it works. Like so. That deforms about right for that leg, and then if we move arm rather, and then if we move over here, the legs, it moves up, and then once you set it into the right position, it deforms nicely around this area and the knee and the ankle. And the chest area. Another thing I started to look at but never really got to work was the facial rig. The eyes, they are actually skinned in, they open and they sort of move like so. This doesn't really work as well as I thought it could have, but I did look into it. If I were to do it again, I'd look into a better way of doing this. And I also started doing a mouth rig, but I never managed to get it to work properly. I got the basics in. If I But it doesn't all fit together. I couldn't get it all to work together, so, and let alone skin it in, but I did look into it. Anyway, and that